Hey, Michelle Bracco. Coming to you guys because yesterday I got some news that somebody else that I cared about is gone. This year has just been so difficult for everybody. Between COVID, all the fighting, the government, people are just feeling hopeless and believing that there's only one option for them. And so many times people are reaching out, and because everybody's living their own problems right now, they're not seeing anybody else's. And to an extent, it's understandable, but it's also the reason why we're losing so many people. So oftentimes we don't see the red flags, we don't hear the cries, and we're just so engulfed in our own lives that we don't even think about somebody's going through the same thing or worse. And they reach out to us and we say whatever, but we don't realize that that could be the one thing that pushes them to go in the wrong direction. I've written something that I'd like to share, and I hope that maybe it'll bring a little awareness, because suicide is a real issue. Depression, anxiety, mental stability is all a real issue. It's a disease, but it's one that is frowned upon because we're told that we should be stronger than that, and that if we can't be, we're weak. There's nothing wrong with being weak. Every single human being on this earth has at one time been weak. But if we can't do it ourselves, we're considered to not be as good as the next. And that's just not true. So here's my piece. We tell people to be strong because weakness can't move on, and that it's all in our heads, and that we can't change anything if we're dead. Feeling alone, invisible, empty inside, smiling to please the world, but just wanting to hide. We try so hard because failure is not an option. We're so hard on each other, basing our lives on success, because without it, you're forgotten. Crucified for being a mess, being told you should be thankful and you're truly blessed, that you're ungrateful and that so many love you, and that taking your life is selfish and beneath you. Strength doesn't always come from within. Sometimes we need help and compassion. Being told you're weak because you can't handle it on your own is like telling somebody they don't have a home. Oftentimes the signs are there, but we choose not to care. Our pain is felt, and theirs can't possibly compare. Apologies for their distance and not being there, but their truth behind their actions is never discovered and never shared. They're crying out because they don't feel they can try. Their mind has let them down. They don't know what to do, but they don't want to bother you. They're embarrassed and have nothing more to say. They have run out of options and see no other way. Silence is loud. Darkness is all around, because they no longer can see the light that could bring them out. I've lost another person that I cared about that was so young. And it hurts because oftentimes we're like, we don't even realize because we didn't pay attention. And then we carry the guilt, even if it has nothing to do with us. Losing somebody, whether they're friend, family, acquaintance, even a stranger, to suicide is one of the most painful ways to lose a person. We gotta be better at looking out for each other. Suicide awareness is a very real thing, and we need to make it more known. We cannot normalize how we've been treating each other. We have to be more caring, more compassionate. People are all going through something. But what is easier? To help and be there, even if it's just a listening ear or to bury somebody. We have to be more. We have to do more. And for the baby girl who lost her life, I'm gonna miss you, honey. Rest in heaven. Please, check on your people. No more funerals due to suicide. No more violence. No more bullying. Let's just take care of each other. Thanks for listening.